right, welcome back, everybody, to numero dos of Outside the Box. Look at this. We've got our nice graphic here. Don't pay any attention to the guy in the beard in the corner. Not yet. Wait, let me get to that part.
Soon, real soon.
I'm Oz. This is
Pee-wee, but I prefer to be called Kevin, but whatever. It doesn't matter
He's
anymore.
Pee-wee Taylor now.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I fucked that up.
We got the intro. We did not have time to do that yet, so we will get that in the next one, but we're really stoked about that. So we're going to do things a little different than you see on a lot of shows. We've got a special guest, and we're going to just have him be part of the show. And we're going to go ahead and click him up here. I'm probably going to hit the wrong button. That would suck.
You're on the wrong computer.
Let's downsize that.
Minimize.
Hey, there he is. There's the Dode. Welcome, Dode.
Hello.
This is really cool. From one garage to another.
Dude, your garage is dope.
You can only see the parts that I want you to see. That's the clean part. The one over the corner there, you can't see that. So.
Yeah, it's dirty over there.
So anyway, we're going to have Dode. He's going to be a part of this just like he's the third wheel. And we're going to go from there. So let's start out with some shout-outs. And you know what, Pee-wee? We still don't have our thing up there for the camera because we're going to be looking at us here.
We got to look up there and not at the screen. It's very confusing. We're not.
I told you, we need a booby pic right there.
I'm telling you.
So anyway, let's go to shout-outs. We got to thank a lot of you guys that were giving us some feedback on it. We didn't get any negative feedback, which was really quite good.
Positive.
We got to thank the Canadian hottie Renee. She hit me up and was like, dude, she liked it. She was super stoked and said she couldn't wait for the next one, which is exactly what I was hoping for. And that's all I can say about her because she's no longer a redhead, and I told her I wasn't going to talk to her much until she's a redhead again.
So salty.
She is hot, though.
She is hot.
No comment.
Next, we got Sunset Crystal. We got to talk about this.
She needs to get off her ass and start working on the XB again.
She takes longer to do a paint job than I do. And that takes a while.
Yeah, Rome isn't built in a day, but like he does get it done eventually. It does happen. So she's got to get in the garage. Whatever you're going to blame your boyfriend, your husband. It's a husband. I'm sorry. You're going to blame your husband. Just you can control the sex. You can get the car painted. That's how it works. Just bribe him. Just get it going. Whatever you got to do, just make it happen.
So then we got to thank. And we looked this up because we were trying to figure out how to spell his name. The crazy Hawaiian. How did we say it? Kalani? Kalani?
Yes.
If you were wrong, dude, send me another voiceover with you saying your name properly so that I can say it. But I do believe that's how you say it.
I'm pretty sure.
We got to thank you a lot for doing a kick-ass intro, and he turned it around like that. Yeah. Faster than we can get it done. And we're actually going to work on getting that into the next episode. So
yes.
Last person I got to thank or do a shout out is Russell. He's a local guy here. He's a guy I used to talk to a while ago. He hit me up and he said he's going to help us out with problems that we have, and god damn it, we need help.
We've got a lot of problems, but we're working it out. We're doing it, you know. So
those are my shout outs. Pee-wee, go ahead and talk so I can drink some beer.
We got to do a shout out to our sponsors of Darkside Embroideries. You can hit them up on Facebook and Instagram. We will give you the specifics on how to hit him up later on.
Just look up Darkside Embroidery.
Randode Air Struts. He's now our second sponsor.
Word.
And that guy up there, he's the fucking man. But other than that, I think we can get going on.
What about Travis Ray?
Talk about.
I took him off my list, so you can put him on your list.
I'm going to bring up two people, and this is two things I saw on the forum. Bob Clark blew a bag on the way to his show. Can you show him the picture real quick?
Let me see if I can do that. Have the technology.
Hang on, dude. You're going to disappear for a second. We got to show everyone this picture if they didn't already see it. So he blew his bag. He shoved a rock in a brick where the bag goes, and that did some damage, and it didn't work. He ended up using a koozie, like one of those those Yeti koozies.
That's a
brick,
tumbler,
a pair of vice grips to clamp the airline, and zip ties, and got home.
For how long?
For hours. I don't know the exact time, but it was for hours that he drove like that, and he made it home. It's pretty hardcore.
I will salute you for that.
Well, that's a salute right there because that's hardcore.
All right, let's get back to Dode here for a second. Oh, God damn it.
What'd you do?
I keep hitting the wrong mouse.
Okay.
Did I just delete him?
No, he's still on.
There he is. Yeah, right. We don't have any money for editing. All right, Randode.
Let's get into it.
Tomorrow, my daughter. She can do it for you.
Okay, we'll send the video down to her. She can fix it up, make us sound good.
Make us look good.
So, Dode, you got any shout-outs you want to do?
Plugs.
Yeah, shout out you guys. That's about it. Everybody else,
That's what's up.
you guys are rad.
Thanks, brother. We appreciate that.
And the moral support.
Yes, for sure. All right, so next topic. We're going to hit on a little bit of culture here. We got a few shows to bring up. One being Bovagon, which is coming up.
That's coming up.
We had talked about going to that. I don't think we're going to make it considering that thing over there is not running.
It's not in the cards. It's far. I don't have the vacation time, but we support it. So.
But those guys, they've got a thing. They do things a little bit different. Looks like they have like three spots or so for VIPs, and you can pay extra and get a certain spot.
Right.
I guess the XB1 slots are full, but there are still a few for the XB2. So if you guys are wanting to get that VIP spot, you got till the 20th to try to register for that and go from there. There are other classes. We won't touch on those because they're non-XB related. But he's got some other stuff in there. Looks like a good show. If anybody's going to the show, make sure you send us some pictures so we can post them.
Yeah,
and we can talk
share
about
them on the video cast up on the TV here.
So the next thing we got is another show that we don't know if we're going to make. We planned on it, but it came up so fucking quick. Is Severed in the Midwest. That's down in
Elizabeth, Indiana.
Indiana.
Casino.
Yeah, Southern Indiana.
Horseshoe.
Was it it's 5 hours or so for you?
Yeah, it's like six and a half for me. It's gonna be a challenge.
So we don't know if we're gonna make that, but that's on next weekend, the 18th and the 19th,
yes.
I believe. Shit, we're halfway through August already. What the fuck?
Yeah, I know. This summer's flying by. I don't know what.
So if you're interested in that, also do the same and send us pictures and whatnot if you're going, because we'd like to see it and talk about it. And we're just trying to get people to get out and do shows. So another thing I got, which I'm going to click down here. Oh, God damn it. Stupid mouse. We're going to bring this back up and go to our next pick. Maybe. All right, we got a guy by the name of Steve Ball. He's got a T-shirt design that popped up. I thought it was pretty cool. It's In Toast We Trust. Dude, I got to stop with the notes and not. I'm like,
you're like all dialed in on those notes. We got to be more freeform.
But he's got this shirt coming out. I thought it was a really cool design. It's one of the first ones I've seen in the XB community that actually has some really good artwork. Not to say that the other stuff wasn't, but
this one jumps at me personally.
The other one was like clip art. This is actually like we're getting to picture type thing. So he's got this shirt coming up. I know he's taking orders for it. I think he's asking $30 for it. And if you want to find him to get one, you can find him on the XB customization page. Just kind of shout out on there, or find him on Facebook. I did ask him to send some info, and he didn't send it yet, so I had to go ahead and say something about it anyway. But his name is Steve Ball. Let's get this back out of here.
Let's bring Dode back up. Let's jump right into it, shall we? I think we covered most of what we want to talk about. So, Dode, tell us about you.
Hold on. You don't got the master notes. I got the master.
You've been yakking for so long. I figured Dode's getting bored over here.
I know. But he's entertained. He's got beer.
He's got beer.
The wife's over there. He's good. Yeah. What else does he need?
All right, we'll carry on then. We'll get to you, Dode. We're getting there.
So, the last thing I want to bring up is something that's coming up quick, and I've got to get my ass moving to get my car to drive a little bit so that we can get our pictures in for the XB calendar.
That's right.
Wick's got that thing coming up. I think he's got it. Now, I'm going to throw this out there because it was the first thing I saw. I don't know if it was last year's or not, but what I seen is it's September 20th through the 27th. So you're going to need to try to figure out to get your pictures around that time so that you can get on there and hopefully make the calendar. I know we're definitely going to try our asses off like we always do to do that. So that's something else we've got to think about. and get you guys motivated to do. So now
let's talk to Dode.
Now I will let Pee Wee talk to Dode.
So Dode, tell us a little bit about yourself for the people who don't know who you are and what you're about.
I'm this schmuck who's been in Scion since like summer of 2003, and I was too broke to fucking buy parts. They didn't make parts, so I just made that shit, and here I am.
That's cool, man, because that goes into what we talked about last week about, you know, the people with the second gens are saying, oh, we don't have any parts.
You got to make that stuff.
And
there's nothing. You got to make it. Except Dode.
That's how it was back in the day, you know. Nobody made lowering springs. We went out with our death wheels and cut the springs down or heated them up. So, you know, it's cool to see that that's exactly, you know, what it was. And
right.
And look at it now, you know, everybody makes shit, but yours is the best because you're one of the first ones, so.
I mean, Dode, you're a pioneer. I mean, you figured out how to make struts that drop lower than anybody else. I mean,
it was technically my car, though. I just want to disclose that so everyone knows it was my car.
The Grenexy was her car. I took it from her.
Wow, that is something I did not know.
I did not know that either. I always thought, you know.
So why didn't she autograph these posters then?
Well, he built it.
Dude, my boss just showed up.
Do you need to stop or?
I don't know. I'm gonna tell him to keep it down.
All right. So you're in Surprise, Arizona, correct?
Yes, home of the snowbirds.
You know what is really funny is I almost moved to Surprise about 15 years ago. I had a buddy that was stationed in the Air Force out there, and I had just gone through my divorce, and I was like, I'm going to get the fuck out of here. And I couldn't get things to line up, but can you imagine what the world would be like if we had...
I don't know.
Probably,
outcomes might be...
And shit.
Well, it probably wouldn't have happened, because at the time I think I was building Mitsubishi Monteros, so...
Which actually makes...
Montero. I make a bag kit for that, I think.
No, you don't.
I could.
Okay, well, I might be getting one. I'm toying with the idea.
I think you should. So, Dode, let me ask you this, though. Like, what were you doing before you built the XB, before you built the Green Machine? Like, what were you doing before that?
I built a bunch of Volkswagens, bugs, buses. I had a slammed Caprice on bags.
There you go.
The cockroach.
51 Burke on bags. 49 Ford shoebox on bags. No, that one wasn't bag. That was static, but it was slammed as fuck.
You still got that one?
I don't know. No, I sold it, and then I recently sold my 51 too.
Oh, damn.
Oh, did you sell it? Oh.
Sold it, dude.
I didn't know that.
To a pretty well-known local mini trucker, put it on his S10 frame.
It's sick.
There he is, dope.
Is it?
Nice. I'm going to have to look for that guy.
It's back on the road, so that's all that matters, right?
Yeah.
It's back on the road.
For sure. That's what it's all about, man. And that's it. It's hard to get rid of stuff. You know, I've got, in the other garage over here, I've got 87... no, not 87. No, yeah, 87 Toyota pickup, 92 Toyota pickup, and a 2000 Mitsubishi Eclipse that have been sitting there for 10 years. I'll get to them eventually, but, you know, I could probably let them go. But I
don't think you'll never get what they're worth. I mean, you got to just differentiate what the monetary value is and your value to it. You know what I mean? But
it's too much sentimental to me. I learned on those things. So
those are like museum pieces at this point. Like,
but the Caprice, dude, I'm all about the Caprices.
Yeah, tell me more about your Caprice, because I have a thing for Caprices.
It was a white Caprice. You know, it's got the 4 doors. It's like straight up cop car, but laid frame. Yeah, I bought it from this 80-year-old man with like 20,000 miles on it. And I backed the fuck out of it.
What model year was that Caprice?
The 91, so it had the skirts on it.
Oh, so you got you got like the bubble body Caprice.
Oh yeah, I don't like the brick. I'm a bubble guy.
Oh no, bubble Caprices are hot. So
they are, but there is something about a square body laid out too.
The square body Caprice, like I like them both, but I prefer the bubble bodies.
I like the station wagons.
The station wagons are always
wagon with the wood grain.
Yes,
you gotta have the wood grain.
The Buick Vista Cruiser.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
So, how did you get into Scion? What made you get out of the Caprices and all the other stuff and go into Scion?
My wife had like a, I don't know, 2000 to Mazda 626, and it was just a daily. Weren't feeling it, and then one Friday night we saw this new car on the road called a Scion XB, and that Saturday morning we went and traded that bitch in and rolled out of there with a hooked up Thundercloud.
That thing started Thundercloud?
Yeah.
Nice.
Your second one was the Thundercloud, right?
What was that?
We've been in love with those cars ever since.
Well, you got 2 of them right now.
I got 3.
Mean, you got 3 of them?
3 right now. 3.
3 of them? You know what's funny is I actually almost bought
one.
Here, let me show you.
Show us. Yeah, show us. They can see. Yeah, he's got a whole fleet of them.
He's got Dude, I'm not kidding.
That's awesome. We got 3, but we got 1 on loan.
Yeah, one's on loan, but we do have 3 of them here, but you're not going to be able to see them. Well,
yeah, there's no way in hell.
I post it, so.
Look at that. They like synchronize that shit.
That was perfect. You know what? I actually was trying to buy another XB because I need to learn how to drive a 5-speed for my job. I went and looked at 2 of them. I messaged the guy Thursday, said, "Are we good for Friday?" and sold it mid-sentence. So I gave up on that.
I feel right now.
Is one of them a 5-speed?
Yeah.
The one for sale is
the nice white one, not the piece of shit X-Beater. The nice one, 5-speed.
Come to the dark side.
We're gonna. Oh, I want a 1st gen. Like I am infatuated with the 1st gen.
Fly out, drive it out.
Well, I gotta fly out there. We'll talk about that later. But I'm gonna tell a real quick story. So last night I found a Murasaki purple. That's an RS10. So I went and looked at it. I'm like, all right, this thing looks all right. I called this place. I drove up to Green Bay, Wisconsin from just north of Chicago. So that was like a 3-hour ride. I get there, and this thing is a royal piece of shit. I mean, every panel is beat on this car. It's like, I couldn't understand how a car is this fucked up. The quarter panel is screwed up. Both the fenders were rubbing against the hood. I'm like, yeah. I didn't even talk to him. I got out, looked at it, and left and turned around and drove home. It was brutal.
Dude, that's every used XB. We went and looked at all of them in Arizona. They're all shit.
That's how it is here.
This one guy told him, because, I'm very meticulous about my cars. That's why I wanted Moonray back, because you can eat off of his floor. He's that clean.
Yeah.
This guy said, oh, my car is an 8 out of 10. Inside and out. When we got there, this car was such a pile of shit. The back hatch didn't even open. He couldn't even open it from the outside. He had to go in the car, open it, hold it up because the little arms didn't work. And those are hundreds of dollars. The front's all damaged. The side's all damaged. I looked at Ray and he's like, "Are you interested?" And I go, "Let's get the fuck out of here."
Dude, buying used cars is absolutely terrifying. It's like every car I look at, it's like they just want too much money for it, or it's just a piece of crap. It's like.
And then if there is one that's like at a price, you're like, yeah. Then you're like, well, wait a minute, what the fuck? This guy's got to be telling lies or something.
Something's up. Yeah. Something ain't right.
Because I was looking at that Voodoo Blue one, and I was like, the price was like $4,500, and I'm like, what's wrong with it? And they're like, it's got a bent rim. I'm like, well, that ain't nothing.
Yeah, and then you find out the controller is bent and the steering rack is fucked up. And
well, I never even got to go see it. Unfortunately,
get that far,
they sold it, so
it's probably better.
It must have been a good one, but. So after the Scion, you jumped over to a Nissan Cube, which I always thought were kind of cool. Then I saw them in person.
I always like the Cubes. I just don't.
We're gonna talk about that.
Yeah, why not?
We can talk about everything. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about, dude.
No, I like the Cube. It was I think yours was obviously probably one of the coolest ones I'd ever seen. But what made you jump ship from Scion and go over to the Cube?
Because I got rid of my XB and I got like an $1,800 Chevy S10 that was the biggest pile of crap car I've ever had.
Well, your first problem was you
brought another Chevy.
Yeah.
And they gave me $4,500 for cash for clunkers. Thanks, Obama. So I traded that bitch in and I rolled out in a brand new Cube and only spent like $4,000 on it or some shit.
That works for me. It makes sense to me. I'd do the same thing.
Yeah. It was definitely cool.
You guys know what I did. I took it home and bagged it and cut the roof out of it on paper plates on the first tank of gas.
That's how Dode rolls. Dode doesn't care.
Dude, I void warranties.
No fucks given. Exactly.
You know who else doesn't care is this guy. This guy doesn't care at all.
Cut it.
It's only metal.
He sweet talked me into cutting the roof, but it didn't take too much because I went for one ride with the rag top. I said, okay, I want a rag top now. So it was fun.
What size did you get on the roof?
I got the 40 by 60, which is like the size they recommend, but like we played around with the tape measure and figured out that like if you go any wider, it doesn't work with the body lines. If you go any longer, it doesn't work with the curvature of the roof. So
yeah, the back drip rail is kind of funky.
Yeah, because like if you go any bigger, wider, or longer, it just doesn't. It like the size they give you is the right size. So if anyone wants a rag top, just buy the size they give you.
I think you can get away with it on the first gens. I think you can go a little wider.
Yeah, I agree with that. On the first gens, you could go wider, but on the second gen,
But it ain't worth it.
Yeah.
But no, I did.
You guys using Legacy?
Yeah. Legacies are tight.
Yeah, they're local here in Phoenix, aren't they?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure I drove over there and bought a couple.
No shit. I'm gonna have you go over there and ask them why they didn't send me any money because they asked for pictures and I said, hey, I'll give you pictures, and they're like,
yeah, you're supposed to get a $20 gift card for sending them pictures, and we sent them all these pictures, and
we got nothing.
We got nothing.
That's all right.
But that's okay.
We still buy their shit.
But I'll tell you,
Phoenix for you.
I'll tell you what though, everyone worries about rag tops. We did mine. Mine sits outside on the driveway. I have no problems with it.
You covered that on the first issue.
Did I cover that? Well, whatever. All right, moving on.
Nobody watched that one.
Well, it's for the people who didn't catch the first one.
Oh, if you didn't get it, go back to the first one.
Yeah, you can go back and watch the first one. But carry on. Let's
keep
moving.
One of the other things that you've done was you created the whole Scion Apocalypse thing, which is kind of got me into it because, you know, I got into the Scion, I bought mine, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to try to sell some shift knobs. So I got on some bag board or some Scion boards, and I posted pictures up, and then this guy here with a beard, he's like, hey, what's your address? I'm like, why? He's like, I want to send you some shit. So he sends me these Scion Apocalypse stuff and says he wants me in the group, and I'm like, okay, cool.
Right.
So it was pretty neat.
That was, what year was that? That had to have been, what, 2006?
It was my 7-year anniversary like 3 days ago when I left the club.
Oh, no shit.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's still going on.
I'm not talking about that part though.
No, we don't. No, we ain't got. We don't. No.
And it's still kind of going on, isn't it?
It's still around, yeah.
Is it?
I give those guys props for keeping it going. You know, it wasn't for me anymore. You know, it is what it is. I had a cube. I can't be in the Scion Club with a cube.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that, but I was wondering, wow, how's he going to do this?
Well, Scion people don't like other square cars unless it's like.
Oh yeah.
True.
I do like the cubes, but I still don't like Souls. I test drove one. I sat in it and I said, this does not feel right. This is all wrong. Everything about that car is like wrong. The height, the shape.
They're hideous, but I think they drive great.
I didn't like the way mine drove.
It's ugly as fuck, but it's a legit car.
I still think the cube is the closest you can get to a first gen XB. Size-wise, displacement, you know, it's even like the wheelbase is close.
The thing that
I put a side skirt from an XB on the cube on the side and it lined right up, right in the wheel well.
No kidding.
Like, it's the same car. The rear hub is the exact same as Scion XB. It's just turned upside down on the bolt pattern. It's the same.
No shit.
Interesting.
You know, I always thought they were kind of neat, and this is going to be really weird when I say this because I only like the JDM front ends, and I'm not into the JDM anything, but those were fucking dope. And obviously the whole goofy body line on one side wasn't on the other. It was kind of cool.
The asymmetrical window.
But
you know what country they're really into those things is in the Philippines. Those things are like all the rage in the Philippines, and they roll deep. They got like groups that roll like 20 deep in those things, and all of them have like something different.
Crazy camber.
No, they don't even run weird camber. Some of them don't even lower it.
16-inch wheels.
Yeah. What else do we got?
So, what made you go from making your own shit to Randode.com?
I got tired of working for the man.
Right.
That's about it.
I can hear that, but.
Well, I'll add a little bit since the wife is here. Our decision to become parents, quite honestly, was we were not going to have one of us work to pay for childcare, nor did we want someone else to raise our child. So
there you go.
This worked out to make our
house payment
and family a full thing, and he's able to be home with her. She's always with a parent. He picks her up from school, takes her and picks her every single day. So that is another major reason why he stayed to work from home.
That's and damn the man.
And that
too. And you're your own boss. You can do whatever you want. Nobody's got to tell you what to do.
Well, that's what they say.
Well, does that include
about that right now? But yeah.
We'll brush on that later if you want.
Well, and also there's a nap time involved in that, doing it that way, which is what I always think that my shop should allow us to do, but I don't get no nap
time and tacos.
Those are related.
Every day, bro.
That's Dode's life right there. That's how he lives.
Dude, we're only.
If it doesn't come in a taco, I'm not eating it.
Hey, you could fit anything in a taco.
You can. You can.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, we thought this was going to be long. We're already halfway through this, and it's only 25 minutes.
I know. I don't.
We got to elaborate on some shit.
We're just taking our time.
Welcome to Cube Chat.
Cube Chat. Oh, now all of a sudden we're Box Lifestyle.
Box Lifestyle.
That's right.
Where'd he go? He disappeared.
He's got to get a beer.
Oh.
Dude, it's magic.
Now he's got 2 beers.
Are you through your beer already?
Yeah, I already finished it.
You got another one right there.
Oh, I guess I could drink another one. If we got to drive anywhere, we're going to have to wait until later. But anyhow, so Dode, what are you making now that's your product?
I don't know. I got this little trinket.
Look at that.
Oh, the fender clips? It's genius.
Cash cow, like I told him it would be.
Yes, and it's long overdue.
Everybody needs one. If I could make a hatch handle, I'd be a bajillionaire.
Well, those hatch handles, don't they just break on the first gens?
That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Then everybody just Gorilla Glues it back together and throw some duct tape on it.
What's a new one? $150 maybe?
I just shaved that shit.
Well, you could do that too.
Did they even make new ones? I thought Scion gave up on us guys.
No, I think there's some company that's making them now.
Scion Pro was, but I haven't seen anything about them in a while. So
I haven't heard that name in a while.
But yeah, that's definitely a killer piece. You know, when you sent that to me, was it last week or whatever? I was like, dude, I was making it so much more complicated trying to make mine work, and he fucking throws this thing out there. And I'm like, fuck, I don't even need it now, but I want one.
Well, it's either that or you use the
in the scanner and just whipped it up.
Well, it's either that or you get the buttons with the hair tie.
Yeah,
which I am not into that look. That is not a good look. There you go.
Yeah, I never liked that. Like, some of them it looks okay. Not on the XBs, but I think it looks cool on some of the Volkswagens and whatnot. But
yeah, I'm not into that.
It looks like the bump's about to fall off.
It is, but you know what, dude? I got so tired of that, trying to figure out ways of doing it, and every time I'd air down, it'd fucking push down on the bumper so hard that it pushed the whole the thing out, and I was like, dude, I'm tired of it. That's why I started doing metal. I'm like, fuck this.
That's why I just welded it all together.
Didn't you?
What's that?
Cut your fenders, right? And pulled them out?
Yes, the fenders are pulled out and down like 2 or 3 inches, so I did that, and then it helped a little bit, but I still had problems. There was no way of doing it. What you did is genius there, so it's amazing to see that, and I hope it fucking goes good for you, man, because that's.
I'm trying to fill a need, I'm tired of looking at broken XBs.
Exactly.
And that's what are the big common things that are busted on XBs that you see driving around? It's always the hatch handles. Yep.
Hatch handle.
Side skirts too.
Yeah, fuck side skirts.
One side skirt.
One side skirt's either hanging off or gone.
You don't need them side skirts.
The rear wiper with no blade on it, the window is all scratched.
I see that a lot too.
So, where else we got?
Car accidents, though, you have custom grills that fall off into the dirt and you pick them up. My Padanki grill.
Padanki.
You know, I had that happen. Like, I drove someday, I don't know where the hell I was going. I got home, my grill was gone. I'm like, where in the hell did that go? I didn't hear it fall off or nothing.
So then you're like, I gotta make one now.
Yeah, I don't even remember what I did after that.
I don't think that was before I knew you, so.
Yeah, well, I don't remember, but I think I had a billet aluminum one floating around or something that I threw in. I think that was an accident. I made it work or something. I don't remember.
Got a Be Cool set kicking around.
Please.
A what?
Be Cool Billy Grills. Who's got a set? I need a set.
To anyone out there in the universe who has a Be Cool grill, I would desperately love to purchase it from you. It is my absolute favorite, and Moonray needs one.
All right, there you go. We'll relay that message.
Thank you.
Somebody's got it. Somebody somewhere's got to have one, right?
I don't have one.
That's what I said.
Somebody's got to have one.
Don't make them anymore.
Everyone's got every other part out of Japan and from this and from that. Somebody's got to be sitting on one, right?
Well, there's got to be container ships sitting in California full of these things, you know?
Right. Yeah. And that's something else I'll bring up here. You know, I see these guys, and I'll throw Travis Rake out there just because I see him doing it, and he's got the $200. He's a great guy.
Oh, I love what he does.
$200 for a Canadian bug shield, and I'm like, but that's my point. You know, I see all these guys that are all about the Japanese stuff.
JDM is the quote. Dodes, you can see me.
Right,
yeah.
But
it's expensive.
And like, it's super rare. And I'm looking at mine going, I had that one roll pan
You probably bought, like, even to do the front grill, it's all steel rods and plate steel from Rural King or from the washing machine or... Like, you bought raw material, but that's still cheaper than trying to ship something from Japan.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, remember my fiberglass roll pan that I made?
Oh, yeah, you made that.
That one was so rare, there was only one. And
of one.
I sold it for $50.
That's right, you sold it to that guy in Texas, right?
But that's my thing. You know,
did you autograph it?
I did not. I didn't. I'm not as cool as you are, Dode. I couldn't do that.
Whatever. Dude, you're cooler than me. Cooler than me, definitely.
You know, it's funny though. It cracks me up, and I think about this all the time. And I've even got the freaking Surface DVD right here.
That's one of my favorite video clips.
That fucking video, and I had my TV, which was a little fucking regular
like a little Zenith tube TV,
and I'm fucking sitting here cleaning out. I think I was doing like LED lights in my dash, and I'm going, dude, I want to be as cool as that guy, and someday I'm gonna be as low as that guy. And now with this shit, I got him on the fucking thing,
him on our podcast.
And it's kick ass.
I passed the torch. Like, here you go. Take it from me. Take it.
I got it.
Take it.
Thank you.
Sweet.
But yeah, dude, I wouldn't have been here if it wasn't from you, and obviously, you know, with the stuff that you've helped me with, I gotta thank you. I couldn't have done it, you know, and with what we did up front, you know, you're like, dude, what do you need? From the struts, which
that made life easier too. He's like, oh, Dode's gonna take care of us. I'm like, sweet.
I got into arguments with guys over the freaking airlift Dode thing. I think there was a guy that was was some engineer or helped engineer one of the airlift ones, and he's like going on about, oh, he's using these bags for fucking a full-size Ford and da-da-da-da-da, and I said to the guy, dude, those bags take about 45 PSI to get up off the ground. If I'm running the airlift, I got to have that at about 100. That makes my air compressors work a lot less. I've got more air in my tank. It's not a race car. What's the benefit of having a smaller bag? And the guy shut the fuck up.
Well, here's the other thing, too. With a Randode strut, if you need a bag, you hit up U-Air, you can get it shipped like that. Airlift, you blow a bag, you buy a whole new strut, and that costs way more money.
And that was my thing. You know, I had airlifts. I bought a brand new set of airlifts. I bought them through Suicide Doors, and I had them on there. And, like, after 3 months, I had one leaking. And I'm like, how do I fix this? I'm messing with the thing. I can't get it to stop leaking. I call Airlift. They're like, okay, send it in. So this is my daily. and I send this thing in. I got one bag, one static, and by the time I got that one back, the other one was leaking, and I'm like, fuck this, I don't want it. Give me my money back.
Yeah, that's... And it's hard, too, when it's your daily.
Company. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I'm sure you have not.
I mean, Airlift does make good stuff, but I think there's other choices on the market. There's, you know, I mean, you don't have to buy Airlift.
Well, and the main thing is this, and I've said this to many people online as well, you know, the nice thing about the dodes are you blow the bag, you replace the bag.
Then they drop lower.
You blow
that's thing number one, is that they drop lower than Airlift does.
Not only that, you blow the cartridge in the strut, you get a new one, you put it in. It's that easy. Airlift doesn't do that, and you built this in your garage, and Airlift can't do this when they got factories all across wherever they come from. But, you know, that's it, and I'll get off my Randode thing now.
They were hyping up Randode. Dude, what else you got anything you want to talk about? I mean,
I don't know.
You want to ask?
What's Scion?
What's that?
Like, they're out of business and shit. Like,
they're done.
What happened to us?
No. I've got my theory on this. They didn't get rid of it. They just decided, hey, you know what? All these guys are changing our emblems to Toyota badges anyway. So let's just put Toyota badges on it and call it a day. And
hey, I'm guilty of that, but the Toyota badges I have are chrome, and the Scion ones were pewter, so it made sense.
But that's a good segue into one of the things I wanted to bring up, which is, you know, the culture. You know, we've already kind of talked about that last week and saying
we dabbled on
that it's obviously
not what it was.
Yeah, it's not, and Scion's pulled out, which, hey, that's fine. But, you know, what can we do to bring it back? And, you know, I think, you know, Pee-wee and I came up with this idea, which I think could help. But there's other things, you know, and what do you guys think that could be done to kind of bring that Scion thing back?
I think, dude, I never believed it, but, you know, Moon Ray, the guy we got that blue car from?
Yeah.
He was always telling me, oh, these are going to be collectible. They're going to be like old school Mini Coopers.
I so believe that.
You're crazy, old man.
I so believe it.
I'm the guy restoring XBs. Like, there's always going to be a market. Like, whether we have support or not, like, we're going to figure it out.
Right. I believe there's going to be, in about 7 to 10 years, there's going to be a resurgence, and people are going to want them again. That's my belief. I think there's going to be a demand and a popularity for them again. We just don't know when.
My thing is it's going to be kind of like a modern-day Volkswagen Bug. It's going to be something kind of sought after. You know, it does kind of have that look now, but the problem is me and Dode are cutting them all up. There ain't going to be any left.
That's right, and we cut up the good ones. We're not cutting up the wrecks. We're cutting up the cherry ones.
Yeah, right. We want the good ones.
I got a cherry one. I bought mine brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best way, bro.
There's no equity in cutting stuff up. But that's not why we do that.
Right.
So,
well, one of the other things I was thinking about with this whole thing with the culture is we've got to understand, you look at the hot rod guys and you look at the mini truck guys, and they're putting their shows together, and Scion clubs, if they're around. I know that Scion Evolution's still around. I know Psychotics is around. Yeah. You know, those guys need to kind of step it up, and maybe
they're not active.
You know,
that's the problem.
I think they're even falling off on the boards a lot. But you know, if those guys could come out and put up some shows and get us going and get the ball. It doesn't even have to be
a show. You can do a parking lot and be like, hey, we're going to meet up at the mall, or we're going to meet up at Steak and Shake, or whatever.
That's how it starts.
It's all grassroots. That was the whole premise of Scion. It was all grassroots marketing.
And here in
how we started. We met in the Krispy Kreme parking lot every Sunday in Cerritos. In my first one that he bagged, the green one, was mine. We watched it every single weekend and took it to the Krispy Kreme and met with Team Scion West every week.
Dude, we would roll in there 100 deep. Like, the cops would show up at a donut shop because we're so deep.
Wait, they weren't there already?
Right? They're probably in the drive-thru.
We don't even have Krispy Kreme anymore by us. It's like,
but that's what I miss. You know, we listen to some of the other podcasts and they talk about the mini truck thing, And I was around in late '90s doing the mini truck scene, but that was it, dude. It was all about hanging in those parking lots and trying to do that one little thing to make you stand out the next week.
Parking lot pimping.
And I miss those days. Shit, now it's like hard to get 5 people together to meet somewhere just for dinner, let alone trying to get 100 people to show up on a Friday night.
I mean, we got people out here that that have XBs that stay pretty active, but
what we started was we started a little thing in Chicago called Chi-Town XBs, and it's a page. You can find us on Facebook if you're in the area, not on there, but it's just a bunch of XB guys in the area. And we've got people on there that say, hey, we just found something in the junkyard. Are you guys interested? It's all the same stuff you see that everybody does in California, but we do it here. And it's nice. It's not as active as we'd want to be, but I think, we get pulled away in different directions doing this and that, and we haven't had time to set it up. And we've got some other guys that are doing some active stuff. But, we did just find out, though, that one of the things I wanted to bring up was Daniel, with the purple XB that I've been talking about in the last issue.
Yeah.
He's moving to Las Vegas, which is kind of a hit to us, but it's kind of cool because now we might have a place to stay for SEMA.
Well, I guarantee you, just like Alan did, he's probably going to keep his Chi-Town XB sticker on there.
Yeah, we got
what Alan did.
We got a guy that was with us, and he's one of the guys that helped me start it, and he's down in Dominican Republic now, and he still drives around with our Chi-Town XB sticker, which is really cool.
That's awesome.
So, but that's what I was kind of thinking as far as put a little effort, do what you can. Me and Pee Wee came up with this idea, just doing this stupid little podcast because I was listening to the mini truck.
He was all goosed up, and I'm like, well, yeah, let's go. I'll do that. Like that sounds fun.
And it was super simple. I'm like sitting there listening. I'm going, man, I wish I knew people in the mini truck world. And then I'm like, wait a minute, I know everybody in XB. Let's do an XB one, and then.
I mean, how many people get to video interview Dode?
I know, right?
Nobody.
Dode doesn't have time for that, but he's got time for us.
I do every night.
You're my boss.
Lucky you.
You guys didn't even see him because he got the fuck out of here right quick.
Hey, we scared him.
That's right. I told him I'm not available until after 1.
Shit, what time is it there?
I don't know.
12:46.
Oh. Well, we did start a lot later than I thought.
2:46 on here. I don't know if they're do that.
And we got to do work here.
Yeah, we got to paint this XB. It's not going to be painted today, but.
So one of the other things I wanted to bring up was motivation. Where do you get your motivation from?
Really?
What moves you? Like the old slogan. Remember the old slogans?
That doesn't motivate you.
No, what moves you?
What moves you? That's what it was. I was watching those old commercials the other day.
Moved me. That's it. I don't know.
Well,
I just get up every day like a regular guy and work on shit, you know? You guys.
You seem a lot like us, It's like, what else are you going to do? Sit down and watch football? Watch the fucking Kardashians?
Yeah,
I don't think so. No, we're going to go out in the garage, and it's entertaining as hell to sit and look on my Instagram, and I swear it's just like watching, I know your life like we're the Kardashian show because...
he keeps us... well, the problem is he's more interesting than the Kardashians.
Well, definitely, for sure.
He keeps us up to date. There's always, something going on. You get pictures of your neighbor, you're like, uh-oh. Your name, you and that name. What's your deal? What's the deal with that Koplik? Who is he and why?
He's a fucking weirdo.
Yeah?
He's so far. I think there's dead bodies in his trash can. I don't know. He's that guy.
And he hangs out in a Safeway store. You know how there's that little side section where you can drink your coffee?
Yeah.
He just sits in there.
Oh yeah, he'll spend 4 or 5 hours in there just chilling at Safeway.
That's a little odd, but...
Dude, I wish I had 4 or 5 hours to do that.
I was going to say, I wish I had 4 hours to do shit I want to do.
Well, I wouldn't do it at Safeway, but for 4 hours there, I'd like to...
We don't have Safeways out here. That's a Western
nap.
I would go for the nap. I would take a nap in the Safeway.
I used to the couches out of my Safeway, so now you got to do it in a hard wooden chair.
I used to work for Dominic's Finer Foods, and we'd have old people that would take naps in the coffee area.
I'm old. I wouldn't happen to
Okay, no, I'm talking like 65 and up crowd. I'm not talking about over the hill people, like, you know.
Well, I'll tell you, one of the main motivational factors I get is from you. I get online. One of the first things I do is I grab my phone. I look over. I'm like, all right, we're seeing what Dode's doing.
What's Dode doing?
And see what's going on. I'm like,
you know what I'm doing? Fucking welding and grinding a bunch of shit all day, every day.
I know, and I feel bad when I'm not. I'm like, dude, I gotta get going. My welds are not as good.
I need to buy a welder, which leads me to the next question. Dode, what's the deal with that FJ you're building? That FJ40?
Oh, it's a beast, dude. It was FJ40. We cut it in front of the front doors, stretched it like 26 inches, shortened front doors, made back doors, made it a 4-door, and then we cut the motherfucker down the middle and widened it 5 inches.
That's pretty advanced.
That's a huge undertaking.
That's a lot. There's a lot going on with that.
Oh, I'm tired.
It looks good though. It looks good from where I'm sitting over here on my phone. I mean,
and I haven't
it's a hell of a project for one man.
Yeah,
are you
sure.
doing that yourself?
Yeah, it's pretty much all me at this point.
Are you doing the mechanicals on it, or are you just building up the body and doing the metal work?
No, it's a buddy of mine's. We've already had it on the frame. It's on an FJ80 frame that's been stretched. It's got like Dodge axles in it, Dodge Cummins motor. It's got the Atlas transfer case and all the cool fucking shit on it. Like it's a fucking monster truck, dude.
That sounds pretty rad.
It's way over the top, but if you're gonna build it, aren't you gonna build it?
Well, that's how everything now is. Everything has to be over the top. Like, unless you have an LS or something absurd, nobody cares. I mean,
well, it's like putting an 1.5-inch TRD springs on your XB. This much, like
the red ones. You can't even tell. You can't even tell with those springs.
Well, that's my theory on everything. If you're gonna do it big. You know, if you're gonna build a show car, you want that car that's gonna be like, what the fuck is that?
Try one.
Right.
Well, this guy's taught me some things. Like, one of the things is like, I'm like, well, what if we fuck this up or something? He's like, it's just metal. You can weld it and add more, fix it. He's like, we can always fix it. I'm like, that's true. You know, and his other thing is like, don't like.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to even think. Like, you've taught me a lot of stuff that like.
I mean, I get his ass.
Motivating.
He doesn't even know he knows it.
Me like you motivate him, and then you motivate me too.
Dude, that's why the scene is so rad. We can bounce shit off each other. Like everyone gets to come up, you know.
Well, it's like I did the wood deck in the back of his, and I'm doing it. I'm like, I'm not liking the way this is going. You're like, just do it. He told me to just do it. I'm like, all right, well, this is how we're doing it.
Send it.
Send it.
And that's exactly it. You know,
great phrase.
Like I said in the last issue, you know, I was talking about doing the body drop, and I'm actually in the shower, and I'm like coming up with what I got to do in my head, and I think I got out, grabbed my phone, and said, "Dode, what do you think?" And he's like, "Do it."
Just do it.
And I was like, well, just putting it out there. Now I know that if I didn't do it, you'd be like, dude, did you fucking body drop that? No. What the fuck are you doing, you pussy? And I knew that was going to come, so.
Well, that's like me.
If anyone was going to do it, I knew you were going to do it.
And I had to do it. And now
I was dreaming about the XP body drop for the longest time, but my car was already finished, painted, interior. Like, I can't take it apart again and saws all the floor all the way around, but you can.
Well, and I understand that, and mine's not anywhere close to being finished, but, you know, I started thinking, I'm just going to tube frame the whole thing, and then I was like, well, wait a minute, this one's body drop. Why don't I get another one? And I'm like, I can't because it's not rail and box. It's the stupidest thing. It's a stupid little thing in my head, but it has to be that car.
That's the problem I have. It's like with my XB, I'm like, oh, I could buy a different one and cut that one apart, but I'm like, but that's not bitch please. That's not it. I'm motivated to do mine. It's like Jonathan Larson dropped his second gen. I'm like, okay, well, we're just going to do something to that tune.
Yeah.
He's going to be the brain. I'm just going to do what he tells me to do.
Well, Jonathan, he hit me up when because he had his done, and then he's like, I'm going to body drop mine, and he hit me up, just like I hit Randode up about, hey, you got pictures of this stuff? So I sent it to him.
Pictures on the wall. He can't see, but They're out there. They're
he sends me a text yesterday. He's like, "You could have used that about 3 years ago, right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I could have."
That would have been useful information.
But yeah, and that's it, dude. And we kind of touched on not letting people know secrets last year, and I want to motivate people, and that was one of the coolest things that I got when I was posting up stuff about doing this, that people said, dude, I'm motivated. I want to go out. I want to do this shit. And that's what I want to do, you know.
That's where it's at. It's all about motivation, because that's half the battle.
And we're seeing more and more people cutting stuff up, you know, like me now. I'm looking up to Kalani, the crazy Hawaiian.
Oh, God.
And seeing the shit that he's at, and I'm going, dude, he's fucking done.
Top. He's over the top. It's just
yeah, and it's just amazing, and that you need that push. Focus on that person and go. You know, just like with Dode. I had your video on. I'm surprised that DVD still plays because I played it over and over and over.
It's just like it's worn out.
But
I mean, hey, can we give a plug to Surface DVD?
We could give a plug to Surface.
We can give a plug to Surface DVD. We could absolutely do that.
Are those guys?
DVD. Thanks, Nick Crouch. Thanks, Will. Thanks,
I think they are still doing stuff.
Are they still doing stuff? Are they down by you?
Oh, they're still doing stuff.
I haven't seen their DVDs.
Local. They're out here.
Are they online? Is everything they do online now? Because I haven't seen their DVDs for sale at any of these shows.
Well, they haven't had any.
Not like they used to. I mean,
out, but there's an Instagram, there's Facebook.
Okay.
Check it out.
Right on. What else do we want to talk about?
I think that's everything I got on here, and we're only 10 minutes.
We got about 10 minutes left, so.
Well, you know what?
Hey,
one of the things I want.
Talk about some dumb shit.
Dumb shit?
Let's talk about dumb shit. You're our guest.
Talk about?
So, how far are you guys from cruising the Pines?
Hour and a half.
Oh shit!
It's like driving to your house.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
I out here and stay in my house. I got a guest room.
Dude, that is one of these shows I want to do.
That's a next year show for sure.
Yeah, well then we got to find.
Yeah, we're going in the bus. You want to go?
Fuck.
Seats 9.
Next year?
Does it seat 9?
Fuck yes.
No, we only have 3 seatbelts in the back.
Well, legally
it's
seats.
Covered from seatbelt. We got this.
Okay, well we're going to put this in effect because, dude, that is one of the shows.
Things are in motion.
That's 2 things I want to do in one time: meet up with the Dode and do Cruising the Pines. So we're going to have to fucking figure this out.
That would be a lot of fun.
For sure. So,
I've still never been.
Dude, it looks amazing. I can't.
Well, my buddies go.
Yeah.
I've never been.
All right, so let's do that.
All right, we'll plan that out later.
Well, not only that, let's throw it out there to all the XB people.
Let's tell them to come out.
You know, come on, dude. We're gonna do Cruising the Pines.
Official and on the podcast. Let's make it happen.
So that means that we got to figure out when the fuck it is because I don't remember.
I think it's early. Dude, isn't that earlier in the year?
I think so.
I think
it's like springtime.
Yeah, it's spring.
Okay, so we'll get some dates in a later thing, but.
I gotta know by December so I can put in my vacation dates so I can make that happen.
Yeah. So anyway, stupid shit.
Stupid shit.
Dude, I have not seen anything stupid on the boards for a while.
I haven't seen anything too bad.
There's still boards?
Well,
yeah, I use Facebook and Instagram now.
I say boards, but I mean on the fucking Scion Expedition.
Well, it's all Facebook now. Nobody goes to forums anymore, right? Like whatever is Club XB still a thing?
I only look at it like when I gotta fix my air conditioner blower motor.
When it's something really specific that nobody knows anymore.
Well, and that's when it pops up for me is I'll be like, hey, how do you change a head gasket on an XB, and it'll be on there.
Well, from what I understand, I got a friend who he pops in and out of Club XB, and he says that a lot of the old head Scion people who started out way early still float around on there and exchange information that way, and it's all still there. Everything that was talked about 10 years ago hasn't gone anywhere. It's kind of like archived at this point.
Well, and that's good because
it's a great resource.
It is.
Resource. Even Scion like it's good. You got to deal with the pop-up ads and shit, but the info from back in the day is still on there.
It's still relevant. Nothing changed from 2006 to now. I mean,
I still may be banned on half of those.
Oh, why? Just because you're aggressive like that?
I was not a nice guy when I first doing the Scion thing.
You gotta.
None of us were.
Look at forums. Look at the Facebook groups now. Those groups give Scion pages aren't too bad.
You know,
but
there's some people on there still.
Know. Hood scoop.
What was the deal with the hood scoop? I
think people are still talking about it. I think I saw something on it today. Somebody's like, "Would this look good?" I'm like,
"Well, it's that." And then of course I put the box up that Dode put me on there. What's in the box? And I never did answer it.
If you do the body work right, I'm fine with a hood scoop. It's just you got to make it look right.
What was in the box? Is in the posters in the back.
Just to be a dick.
Well, Pee-wee was talking about it in the last one. He said somebody wanted my metal scoop I got over there. No.
Okay, so he's got the hood scoop off of a Dodge Ram. The Dodge Ram SRT10, like that big metal, but it's made of metal. And I'm looking at the length of it and the width, and I'm like, I think we could make that work. And you're like, no, I don't see it. I'm like, I think I could see it, but I'd have to put it up there and yeah, you'd have to do something.
Cut it up.
Well, yeah, it's metal, so you can,
No, I think
he might be saving it for a rainy day, so I don't know.
I need my Montero. That's what I need.
Dodge truck.
I don't need it, dude. I don't want a Dodge truck. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well, that thing that I posted yesterday in the group chat for the Sunset chapter, there was what the hell was that? A Jeep Compass or something?
Oh, I don't even know. What was that?
What the fuck's a Jeep Compass?
I don't know, but the front end of it was kick-ass, and I'm like, dude, we could graft this in, and an XB2 is what I saw, because the way the hood comes down was the same, and I'm like, this would be fucking easy.
It's like this really ugly, like, Fiat Chrysler product.
Well, it is, but you gotta look at
Joe doesn't need to know about that. Let him do
parts are parts.
You know what the ugliest part of a Gen 2 is? The fucking front end. The rest of it I can deal with. The front end is hideous.
I know what, though? I have a second gen.
I don't like the front bumper. Is my big thing.
The front bumper is like the wrong shape or something. Like I'm still working on that too. I own one, and I'm like, okay, why is this not right?
Well, that's why I wanted the Voodoo Blue one, because it's got that different front end bumper, whatever body kit, and I thought that one actually looked pretty decent. But
you know what the XB2 has that the first XB doesn't have?
Horsepower?
Yes.
Cold air conditioning?
Yes. Yes and yes.
I got cold air. I got a big hole.
It's got if you look at it, it's the same engine block that's in the Camry. The trans is different.
It's the same motor that's in my Solara.
Yeah.
But
Solara.
Well, it's like in Japan, everyone's worried about Japan. It's like they do the BBs. The new ones are like really ugly. They're not even square. They're like just...
Yeah.
I don't even know what they are. They're...
but the funny thing is the Ramayan front end kicks ass.
No, the Ramayan front end is gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
And that's,
I want one. I can't afford one. And I don't know anybody well enough in Japan to do it.
Well, we got...
That's the other
our
problem.
buddy Alan in the Dominican. He was supposed to get me some clear glass. And he actually had it shipped. It made the trip, and he got it, and it was tinted, and he was pissed. But he can't get a hold of Ramayan front end, so somebody out there's got to have it.
You got the USDM glass shipped out of Japan. That's what you got.
But,
yeah.
I still want to fishbowl the XB, but I don't know. In Japan they never made it, so I'm gonna have to go through some Chinese glass manufacturer to have that. Yep. I don't know.
We'll just make it all out of Lexan.
Yeah, I don't think that's...
Oh, and that would look great.
I don't think so. Nice flat Lexan.
What did the crazy Hawaiian do? He's got to have some Lexan windows in that thing, because those windows...
Well, is it possible that he has the stock front windows, but because he kept the same shape on the window rail, on the frame of the window, right?
I don't know if he laid that back or not. Well, we're going to have him on.
No, I think his back glass, it's the stock rear glass. If you look at it, it's got the curvature. We could look up pictures.
But how the thing's chopped so much, there's no way it's the same glass.
I don't know. I think he sunk the glass down. Like, if you look at the glass window, it drops below
that's
the
impossible.
line. We'll have to...
I'd cut that shit with a tile saw.
With the glass?
Cut the glass with a tile saw. Wet.
I've watched people on YouTube do it.
You can do it. I don't have the balls.
Dude, I'm scared as shit. I got this phobia of getting glass in my eye.
Yeah. Well,
don't. It's not the kind of glass that shatters. You're fine.
It crumbles. It doesn't shatter out. It just turns into little pieces of glass.
Go slow. Don't let it get hot.
All right, Dode. We'll fly you up here.
We'll fly you up here, and you can cut some glass for us. It's nice and cold.
Okay.
My tile saw.
Okay, cool. We got it.
I guess it would have to work.
Well, there's ways I've seen it done. Like I watched one video, which I was totally amazed. This guy took a windshield or a rear window or something for something, and he cut the glass out of the middle. And I'm like, how do you know what the middle shape is that's going to fit in the housing? But he didn't get into all that. But he fucking cut it, and it worked.
I still want to take.
Did they do that on overhaul and they put that oval window in that 356 Porsche, and they like cut it out of like a Ford Windstar windshield and sawed it out?
No, I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and find that.
Yeah, I missed that episode.
You know what I want to do with my rear door? I want to do a barn door. I want it to swing sideways. I think.
You want to make a cube?
I want it I want it to swing out.
Well, there was a first gen that did that quite a while ago. That did it where it came way out. Did
somebody do it?
It was badass. That was back on car domain.
Oh, that was old. That's old news.
Car domain.
Somebody's got an XP.
That's old school.
No shit. That was like Facebook for cars.
Oh god.
Somebody's still out there. Our Silver XV's still on there.
No, I'm looking it up.
First Scion exposed.
We'll look it up. We'll look it up after we're done here.
You know what? I got to do that because I think I had a bunch of my shit on there. It'd be hilarious to see where I left it at.
See, I know.
My Caprice is on there. If you guys want to check it out.
Okay, I'm gonna friend you.
We'll go on there. We'll go on there and take a look. I've also seen
way back.
I know.
I forgot who, but somebody did ask like the safari doors where the bottom swings out, and then the top is like a hatch, where the glass is on a hatch. That looked pretty good, but like I forgot who did it, and it might have been an older build, but
we could figure it out.
Dode, what's Flanders doing?
Okay, dead air. Did we get fined for that?
Fined for what?
Dead air.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, I think we're going to wind it down, brother. It was great to talk to you.
Oh, it's been a slice.
Oh, yeah, dude.
It's been a squirt.
Hopefully we got the sound right on this. I apologize if it wasn't, but we're going to have to run this anyway. So hopefully people can hear it. But
if not, we'll just call Dode back and we'll do this again because this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, we'll do it again. We'll relit.
So
voiceover.
I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart as the wife of this amazing human being. Thank you so much for doing this, and it's nice and awesome to have people other than me tell him how amazing he is, because half the time he doesn't believe me. So thank you very much.
Humbleness is the thing, and thank you, Crystal, for coming out. It was nice finally actually talking to both of you, because like I feel like I know you so well just from like watching your life that you on Instagram and whatever and Facebook. It's finally nice to match a voice to the face, you know. So
for sure, and maybe next time we do this, we'll just hang out at the Safeway and you can take naps.
Yes.
We'll hang out at Safeway.
I'll bring a club pack.
Word.
All right, done.
So it was great talking with you guys. You know, thanks for everything you've done. You know, and all your motivation and support. And you know, we'll do it again for sure. And if you guys got anything you ever want to sell or whatever, you know, just throw at us. We'll go with it. So,
Dode, you got any plugs? You got any plugs you want to put in?
No, because I don't have a fucking website.
Hey, wait, you had an idea for that, though.
It costs too much money.
We were talking last week.
What does it cost?
Go to randode.com. Just send money. It's cool.
Just turn it into a porn site.
No.
Dude, nobody wants to.
They're very lucrative, from what I understand.
Just
keep making air struts. You don't have time to be making nudie movies.
Air struts and fender tabs.
And whatever else you guys want to make.
All right, guys. It was great having you. You guys have a good night. And
we'll stay in the bedroom.
You guys take care.
All right, guys.
You too. Peace out.
Bye, Dode. Well, that was fun. Oh, there he is.
And
he didn't hang up yet. Oh, I guess we hung up.
How to hang up?
Oh, he's still on?
I'm hanging out.
How do I hang this up?
I don't know. I'm doing the same thing.
All right. So
anyway, guys, that was the Dode. We got to thank you guys again for everything. Hopefully everything worked out on this episode.
We're hoping.
We're trying to go a little bit further each time. We got 2 mics.
We got 2 mics, but we can't get both of them to work. It took us like over an hour to get this set up. It's not.
Yeah, it got really hard, and
so hopefully I'm not muted out. I hope
this is what it is, and we're gonna grow. You guys got ideas. I know Russell said, hey, he's got some stuff he can help us out with. I appreciate it. Bear with us. We're going to try to keep going. Next thing I think we're going to do is try to get to a 1080p camera, make us a little bit clearer. And who knows what. Now we might have to get a new TV because it's only showing half of the thing. But I don't know.
Oh, that's new.
But thanks, guys, a lot for everything. If you've got anything that you want us to bring up, let us know.
Yes, we need stuff to talk about. So
we want to sling the parts and do whatever. And if you've got a show or an outing or something somewhere across the country, let us know. Just shoot us an instant message on Facebook and let us know. And we'll throw it up here. We're looking for content, and this is to help us all out and to further the thing and
keep it going.
We'll get it going and figure some shit out. So. Maybe next time we'll actually look at the camera. Pee-wee, the camera's up there.
Yeah, I know. It's, you know what? This is more of an audio thing than a visual thing.
But thanks a lot for listening to us. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give us some feedback. Let us know what you think because, the feedback that we gets us back out here.
We do value it. We do value the input. I've been reading everything. He reads everything.
And watch, we'll throw some of the pictures up we had here that might have been hard to see. We'll throw them up on my Instagram, which you can find me at Sir, SIRLORDOZ on Instagram. Don't look me up on Facebook. I'm not taking people on Facebook just because I'm trying to keep it so I can see people I know. So don't take that personal if I don't accept that. But, find me up on Instagram, whatever. Pee-wee, where are you at?
Same way with the Facebook. I'm having a hard time keeping a lid. I have so many people on my Facebook that I don't know. It's it's becoming just this fugazi of everything. But anyway, you can find me at boxcar_badger on Instagram. I will definitely add you. I'm private, but hit the button and I will add you.
As for our sponsors go, we got to thank Randode. He came on first thing. He's helped me out a lot with a lot of stuff, so it was really great to have him on here. If you need his products, be sure to hit him up. He's got the best air struts on the industry. He's got those new bumper tabs, which if you've got that problem with the bumpers flexing out, there's another option other than the hair tie thing. And it's much cleaner, so you guys are into that clean look. It'll keep it.
And it's made of metal.
So yeah,
and it's American made. Everything he makes is made in America.
So and that hit him up on any of the boards or on Facebook. We also got to thank our other sponsor, Dark Side Embroidery. He makes my hats. He's makes other things. We've got some shits here sitting around. Patchwork. He does a lot of the stuff for our club.
Very nice quality.
He does a lot of great stuff.
Hit him up. If he can hoop it, he can embroider it. So.
And he's done some stuff that I'm pretty impressed with. He's working on hats for us, and hopefully we'll get to see them tomorrow. But if you guys have anything as far as, and it's not just embroidery, he does. He does other shirts as well.
You can stickers. He does stickers too. So if you need stickers,
you can hit him up. He can make whatever. You can find him on Instagram and Facebook just by looking up Dark Side Embroidery. We will eventually get tags and stuff so that you can see that. The other sponsor is basically me, Wicked Knobs and the XB Farm. If you guys are looking for shift knobs, you want something different, look me up on Facebook. Look up Wicked Knobs. You can also do a hashtag of Wicked Knobs on Instagram and see a lot of my work. I make custom one-off shift knobs. Well, I say one-off. They're one-off painted. I modify them and make them work to your specs. I've got this one right here that I'm working on. These are knobs I buy, and then I modify them to fit the owner's needs. And when we're done, they are showpieces. So everything's done with automotive paints, so that when it's done, it's durable and it is like jewelry. And I don't let anything leave here.
They're very pretty.
I don't let anything leave here that I'm not happy with. So,
you got the bulldog right there. The bulldog's cool.
If you need any of that, jump over there, hit me up, send me a message on Facebook or whatnot, and we'll get something for you. Other than that, I think we got it all. We're an hour and 8 minutes.
Hour and 8.
So hopefully you guys aren't bored. Hopefully you had a beer with us and enjoyed. Make sure next time we're going to try to do this again in another 2 weeks. I think we're going to try to find somebody local to have on.
I think we should do that.
I think we'll try to find Daniel and see if we can get his ass in here.
We got to get Dan in here.
So we're going to do that. We'll figure out some other stuff. Like I said, if you guys need anything, hit us up. We like
the feedback. We appreciate the feedback and the input. It's all towards improvement of what we're doing here.
And if you're interested in being a sponsor as well, hit us up, because we're starting to get into, we're doing this as cheap as we can, but with that, it'd make it a lot easier if we had some other equipment.
We need tech support. We're struggling trying to hook up 2 microphones. If you want to come down into the Illinois region and help us out, that would be phenomenal.
We need a sound engineer. Anyway, I'm done. I'm
out.
We're out of here. Have a great week. We'll see you in 2.
Go out to the garage and do something.